So, Dad, you've been reading a lot, huh?
Absolutely. I've always been a reader. If you want to get ahead, you want to be reading, because if you don't know, you don't know.
That's right. So, what do the people need to know your latest book recommendation?
So I've been reading by this book by Professor Joseph Mbele, and I hope I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. It's spelled Mbele,
Yeah.
and he's got this book, Africans and Americans. Subtitle is Embracing Cultural Differences.
Okay. What's that about, and how did it come across your desk?
Okay, so actually, the professor is from Tanzania,
Okay.
and that's important to us because we happen to reside as residents in Tanzania.
Right.
And it's popping because he's, oh, wow, he's given what it's like in terms of the culture
Hmm.
for an American to interact with somebody from Tanzania. And because he is native African, it's a wider perspective than just Tanzania, as a matter of fact. And he's instructing in cultural difference. That's his area of expertise.
Culture shock and cultural differences and how to navigate them.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I mean, think about it. You got folks who are at least contemplating
Yeah.
that maybe they want to move abroad. I don't care where they want to move abroad. One of the things that I learned in life, some of the things that I did, I was an organizational development specialist, and you kind of look at an organization how to move forward. I will say this much: one floor of an organization or one department can have a totally different culture than another
That's right.
floor or another department, and so we've got to understand, just like it's going to be different from the Midwest of the United States to the East Coast
Right.
or to the West Coast or to the South, it's going to be different. And so the thing that's so huge that people they don't pay enough attention to, they want to know about visas, that's good.
Yeah.
They want to know about passports, that's good. But culture is the thing that really is where you got to start. You got to spend some time because that'll make or break your whole adventure.
That's awesome. Is there one example that stood out to you that equips people when they read this?
Oh, sure. For example, when interacting with people. So he gives an example in his book. He actually came to and taught at, I think it was University of Wisconsin at Madison.
Okay.
And he talked about what it's like driving down the road. And he saw a little girl who was going along, and she looked like she could use a ride, but he spoke to himself, I think, and said, "No, don't do that," because that could be misinterpreted
Hmm.
from the United States perspective.
Right.
Versus, as we know, where we are in Tanzania, little kids are everywhere walking around. They're wanting rides. Everybody's asking for rides. It's like rude if you don't pick them up and give them
Right.
a hand. But that doesn't jive here in the
Here
United
in the
States. It would be
States.
definitely misinterpreted.
Gotcha. So he was showing, that things may be more communal elsewhere compared to where you're from in the West, and that should be highlighted so that you'll benefit and be successful.
You got it.
Well,
In fact, I'm glad you brought up that word communal because it. I think he prompted me to look at things how they flow
hmm
in East Africa, and I believe they're more relational,
for sure.
whereas from the West we are
100%.
more transactional.
Right.
And so I would really want somebody to try to understand these things long before they start purchasing their airline
Hmm.
tickets and or whatever to be moving abroad.
And so that's an example of why Dr. Mbele wrote this book. That's
Yeah,
aw-
yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
Dad, how can people get their hands on a copy of this book?
Well, to get a copy of the book, just click on our link in the description, okay? And I do want you to know that we are going to get a little something something because you click on that link. It doesn't add or detract from your cost for the book,
Nope.
and it definitely benefits him. But it's one of those preparatory things that you want to do. So just click on the link in the description.
Exciting. And you know what? With that, what's coming up, Dad?
We have, for those of you who are interested, more than interested in moving abroad, you can come to our workshop. It's October 4th and October 6th
Wow.
because it's 2 days,
Mhm.
okay, so 3 hours per day,
Yep.
and you still have time to register. You can do it. Just go to our website, click on the link below and register. But the deal is, like, let's just say you're even just thinking about moving.
Hmm.
You may decide not to move after you attend our workshop, but at least you will have the benefit of four, not
That's
one,
right.
not two, not three, but four
Yep.
adults who are expat strategists. In other words, we've been sitting around answering questions. We've been on panels before.
Yep. You get a lot of emails.
We get a lot of emails. We're answering comments, and we're giving our perspective. You get
Right.
young adults, you get older retired folks. It's great. And so you're gonna, and we laid out this from our perspective what we went through to get ready to move. So you got people from an educational point of view, because your mother homeschooled for like 25 years.
Mhm.
So we understand, how to like present the material in a palatable fashion and take time to answer your questions. And so it gives you an opportunity to get in that kind of community and learn something.
That's fantastic, Dad. So it's October 4th and 6th, and they can grab their tickets right now.
They can grab tickets now. In fact, click on the registration link right now.
See you guys there.
See ya.